Hi, this is Jacob. In this video, we're going to be talking about locations and how to properly optimize for it. And locations are probably one of the most vital things to your campaigns next to the keywords that you're bidding on. So in this particular instance, I'm pretending to be a Denver dental clinic located in Denver, Colorado. So chances are I don't want to advertise in all the United States and Canada. I might just want to advertise in just Colorado itself, or if I'm a retail business that doesn't ship to Canada, throughout the United States, I'd want the United States. And even there, you can choose and drill down a lot further by going to the let me choose and go ahead and type in something like Denver. So if I type in Denver, we're going to see Denver, Colorado, and I'm going to see that there's 4.64 million people around. And I could go ahead and add that location, I can exclude that location, or I can select nearby. Now, under the advanced search tabs, we have a few more options that you can easily target with. And this is a pretty cool way of targeting. So you'll see that you'll have the same options if I were to type in Denver, for instance, right there. And then if we were to put in a zip code, go ahead and put that in here. You'll see that my reach is now 194,000. Zip codes can be a great way to target, especially if you're a smaller business, or if you know, for instance, because of this dental practice, I know that most of my clients might be within a 15-mile radius of me. So I'll say, okay, well, I can find the zip codes that I want to heavily market to or heavily target, or I can do something like radius targeting, where I actually enter in the physical address of the business, and then I can go ahead and I can select, with a minimum of 1 mile, I can select a mile around that particular location. And here would be another example. So I'll go ahead and I'll do Denver ballpark. And let's say I want to advertise to everybody within 1 mile of the Denver ballpark area. And you're going to see that it'll include everybody who's within that 1 mile. Now, yes, some people will be a little bit outside of it, but generally this works really, really well to target those individuals within a particular radius. So radius targeting can be very powerful. The zip code targeting, city targeting. You also have location groups. Now, location groups, depending upon how you're trying to do the group, it can work out, but the search volume is going to be extraordinarily low. So if I were to do something along the lines of place of interest, then you'll have no issues. So you can do universities, airports, things along those lines you won't have any problems with. But the second you start doing things like demographics, you're going to end up targeting a much lower tier of individuals. So your search volume is going to go way, way down because Google has not properly identified all of individuals within their demographics just yet. So for instance, if this was a household income, the top 10%, well, you're going to exclude a lot of those people who are in that top 10% just because they haven't been identified just yet. Same goes with the lower 50%. So limiting your search volume by the household income, I don't necessarily recommend it unless you already know, hey, this is the majority of my clients are within this range. And if you're bidding on, let's say, the entire United States, you might have enough search volume to meet your needs. But at this current point in time, I really wouldn't focus too much on the demographics on the search side, at least not for the household income. And just quickly, just to show you the places of interest. So if a location within the United States, and you have to go pretty broad for this to actually work for you. So there's the country, and I'm going to say, okay, I want all the universities within the United States, add. Boom. You have it here. And you can also enter in, under the search function, you can also enter in longitude and latitude positions. And then under the bulk uploads, you're able to upload items in bulk up to 1,000 at a time. And this could be beneficial if, let's say, you have a number of zip codes that you're targeting throughout the United States or throughout a particular state or country. You can just upload all those zip codes in bulk, and it's a great way of saving time. However, most people really aren't going to have that issue, and if you are doing bulk location uploads, you're probably already using Adwords editor, which we will cover in another video as well. Just for simplicity purposes, we're just going to say that we're targeting Denver, Colorado. I'm going to go ahead and hit add, and then under the location options, you have 3 things you get to actually select, and it's going to be people in, searching for, or who show interest in my targeted location, and this is what they show as recommended. And then you have people in my targeted location and people searching for are who show interest in my targeting location. And it does really irritate me that they actually say recommended here, because if I'm a Denver dental clinic, then there's no way that I want my ad showing for somebody who is in, let's say, Minnesota. I'm in Minnesota. Chances are that dental clinic doesn't want to show for ads outside of Denver. Now, with this option being on, as long as you're showing interest in Denver and dental, then your ad will trigger. So I could be in China and I could do a search for Denver dental. And I'm in Minnesota, so this is a pretty good example. And we're going to show right here that Google's going to show me relevant results on the map there, which is fine. But these are the ads, and these are local dental clinics. So these dental clinics are potentially paying for clicks from people who aren't even in Colorado. Now, in your particular business, that might not affect you in a negative way. However, most types of businesses like this aren't going to want these type of clicks. It's just wasting their money. So I highly recommend you go in and you choose this option, people in my targeted location. That way only the targeted locations that you put in here, your ad will show in for. Otherwise, your ad will not show. So my ad's only going to show to people who are now located in Denver, Colorado. They won't when they're in Loveland or Fort Collins or Boulder or Colorado Springs. It'll just be when they're in Denver, and that's what I want in this particular instance. Another option you do have is you can actually exclude. So I can actually exclude locations, and generally I recommend you do this after, if you're going to add in exclusions, that you do it afterwards. After you create a campaign, you can go in behind it and add in an exclusion. So if I was targeting all of Denver, but you know what, there's this one particular zip code I don't want to target, you can actually add a zip code to an exclusion list. So you're targeting everywhere in Denver but that one zip code. And that's another way of really trying to simplify the process, so you can bid on everything but you can exclude one particular region. In our next video, we're going to be covering languages and bid strategy.